Welcome, welcome to another episode of KG Physique. आज मैं last time मैंने बात किया था मेरी introduction video पे कि I really wanted to create this channel so I can speak to हमारे लोग Indians, Pakistanis, South Asians है and sort of give people advice on अगर कोई सोचता है कि उनको gear चालू करना है, लेना है, what you need to do, how it impacts you, कौन सा हम लोग जो juice जो बोलते हैं जो लेते हैं, which one can you take, what can you pair with what. And what should you do to be before you even get ready to sort of go on the source as such? This video today is to kind of prep all of you on what you need to really look after before you even think and consider getting on the source, as I say. यूट्यूब पे बहुत ऐसे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है जो बोल सकते हैं नहीं बोल सकते, इसलिए वो मेडिकल डिस्क्लेमर स्टार्टिंग में दिखाया गया था. बट इवन जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ बहुत रूल्स है. यहाँ पे मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहता हूँ, यहाँ पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बहुत रूल्स है इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैं क्या व्हाट इंफॉर्मेशन आई कैन शेयर. तो मैं थोड़ा कोड वर्ड्स यूज करूंगा एंड फॉर पीपल हु आर इन द नो विल काइंड ऑफ नो व्हाट आई एम रिफरिंग टू. ठीक है. So we're going to talk about what you need to do to really be ready on whether you want to go on the source or not. क्या करना चाहिए? What should you be aware of? एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है यहाँ पे कि किसी को जज नहीं करना चाहिए. कौन क्या करता है, whether somebody decides to do something या नहीं करता है, that's up to them. हम लोग सब अपनी खुद की जिंदगी जीते हैं. बहुत स्ट्रेस और पॉलिटिक्स और ये सब तो होता ही है लाइफ में. ज़्यादा किसी को जज करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You think about it, कोई there's so many like really fat people जो बकवास खाते हैं, दारू पीते हैं, कोई उनको कुछ बोलता नहीं है. मैं like I said मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहता हूँ. यहाँ पे ओबेसिटी का रेट है 30%. मतलब 1 in 3 people are obese. फिर भी यहाँ पे जो गोरे ऑस्ट्रेलियन है ना, स्पेशली जो वाइट पीपल है, वो इतना पीते हैं, ऑलमोस्ट एवरी सिंगल डे दारू पीते हैं, बकवास खाते हैं. अगर कोई कहता है कि इवन फॉर मी, जब भी मैं काम करता था, मेरा एक कॉर्पोरेट जॉब था, जब भी मैं बोलता था काम के बाद कि मैं जिम जाता हूँ या मैं जनरली हेल्थी खाता था, लोग मुझ पे मजाक उठाते कि ये हेल्थी है, इनका बाइसेप्स इतना है. खुद मुझ पे दे वुड मेक फन ऑफ मी, लेकिन खुद साले ऐसे पॉट बेली लेके मैन बूब्स लेके चलते एंड दे वुड बी हाफ माई एज, फिट नहीं है, लेकिन वो खुद को जज नहीं करते. यहाँ पे कोई भी अगर कोई मोटा है ना, यू कैन नॉट गो टू अ फैट पर्सन से अबे मोटो लूज सम वेट, प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. ऐसे सिचुएशन में हम लोग रहते हैं. तो ये जो फकिंग फैट फक्स जो होते हैं ना, जो कहते हैं कि ऐसा स्टेरॉइड्स नहीं लेना चाहिए, ये नहीं लेना चाहिए, हेल्थ के लिए खराब है. सो आई डोंट वांट दैट जजमेंट हियर. क्योंकि जो मोटा है, जो कभी एक्सरसाइज नहीं किया है, जिसको डाइट के बारे में पता नहीं, उसको क्या पता. जस्ट शट द फक अप, जा अपना काम करके इधर जाके अपना बैठ बियर पी या जो भी करना है जो. सो नो जजमेंट. इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट कि जो मैंने देखा है, जो मैं जिम जाता हूँ या फिर बहुत यंगस्टर्स है जो मुझे आके पूछते हैं कि मैं क्या लेता हूँ, नहीं लेता हूँ, गियर लेता हूँ, क्या करता हूँ. अगर मैं उनसे एक प्रिकॉशनरी एडवाइस दूंगा भी, तो भी वो सुनेंगे नहीं, वो अपने डिसीजन लेंगे. सो आई थिंक जो हम लोग यहाँ पे करना है कि व्हाट आई वांट टू डू हियर इज लेट्स जस्ट गिव आउट द इंफॉर्मेशन. लोगों को अगर वो सीरियस है अबाउट टेकिंग स्टफ, एटलीस्ट दे बेटर प्रिपेयर्ड देन जस्ट नॉट नोइंग व्हाट टू डू. एंड वो आई थिंक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. इसलिए नो जजमेंट. लेट्स जस्ट मूव ऑन. अगर किसी को क्वेश्चंस है इसके बाद, जस्ट पुट इन द कमेंट्स एंड आई विल रिस्पोंड टू दैट एज वेल. ये सब एडवाइस मैं दे रहा हूँ, फ्री दे रहा हूँ, किसी को कुछ पैसे देने की जरूरत नहीं है. एट द मोस्ट, इफ यू लाइक व्हाट आई से, मेक श्योर यू हिट सब्सक्राइब, like, comment on it so it helps the algorithm. But कोई, आई एम नॉट चार्जिंग एनी मनी फॉर दिस. मैं एडवाइस दे रहा हूँ. मैं बहुत रिसर्च करता हूँ इसके बारे में, and so I'm just giving out that advice. I'm experienced enough to talk about some of these matters as well. तो अगर questions है, make sure you ask. Okay. So first things first, क्या होता है कि before you jump on any kind of source or even consider it, बहुत important है कि you live the lifestyle. Very important you live the lifestyle. ऐसा नहीं कि you never exercised before, कभी जिम गए नहीं, you've never eaten healthy, कुछ भी खाते हो, दाल रोटी भजिया whatever nonsense, and you expect कि जूस लेने से या स्टेरॉइड्स लेने से आपका पूरा बॉडी चेंज हो जाएगा या you will look fantastic. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You are going to cause a lot more issues to your own health than you can even think of. So it's really important that you live the lifestyle first. मेरे खुद का जो एक्सपीरियंस है, मैं एक्चुअली जिम I started going to the gym from the age of 19. फिर मैंने डाइट और ये सब मैंने चेंज किया when I was about 30, 31. और फिर मैं गियर पे गया at the age of 42. तो मैं actually consistently 11 years में I was following the diet and exercising. But in total, I was training since I was 19. So that's what, 23 years of training before I jumped on the sauce. और वो भी मैं, I'm 45 now, I'll be 46 in May. And you can see कोई फेस पे लोग बोलते हैं गियर लेने से बुढ़ा हो जाता है, यू लुक ओल्ड, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। कोई आई डोंट नो फिल्टर क्या है, जो ओबीएस पे जो फिल्टर है कैमरा का वही फिल्टर है, तो बाकी कुछ कोई फिल्टर तो है नहीं, मैं ऐसे दिखता हूँ। सो इसका कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता है एज लॉन्ग एज यू फॉलो द डाइट, you are training, you go to the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days at least minimum. और वो भी जिम में you push yourself, ऐसा नहीं कि जिम में जाए you do one set, play on your phone, do another set, play on your phone, see a girl over there and be like अरे इसको मैं देखता हूँ अभी 5 मिनट के लिए, she's doing stiff leg deadlifts, ये सब चूतियागिरी नहीं। Go fucking to the gym, lift weights, push yourself hard, safely with the right form, of course, पागल जैसा मत करना, don't injure yourself. Limit alcohol. Alcohol is one of the biggest contributors to drop in testosterone levels and increase in estrogen levels for men. तो testosterone नीचे जाता है, estrogen ऊपर जाता है. If you add testosterone on top of that, बहुत problems होते हैं in the sense that you get prolactin increase, your estrogen goes up, so your testosterone converts to estrogen. मतलब you'll start to get gyno and man boobs. बहुत problem होता है, and then also puts a lot more stress on your liver, on your kidneys, and on your heart. Your HCT, hematocrit goes up. Anyway, lots of problems. Point is, ऐसा नहीं कि you don't have to drink ever again. अगर if you stop drinking, बहुत बढ़िया, that's the best thing you can do. But ऐसा मैं भी ऐसा नहीं करता. मैं शायद एक महीने, maybe once in 5 weeks, 6 weeks में पीता हूँ. That too मैं सिर्फ wine पीता हूँ, but it's very little. मुझे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं अभी, मैं like I said, I'm 45 years old, मैंने सब कर लिया है when I was younger. अभी थोड़ा mature हो चुका हूँ, तो मुझे अल्कोहल की इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है। मैं जब भी ट्रैवल करता हूँ, हॉलिडे पे जाता हूँ, then I drink a bit, but I'm not obviously taking any gear when I'm on holidays. I'm just enjoying myself for 3, 4 weeks, come back, get into it. So limit your alcohol. Recreational drugs बहुत risky है, especially on the heart. जो आप देखेंगे, a lot of bodybuilders जो है, who have passed away heart attack से, क्या मीडिया में वो क्या दिखाते नहीं है, is the fact that generally वो लोग दूसरे recreational drugs भी लेते हैं, cocaine, MDMA, speed, all of that contributes to your heart. So जो heart attack होता है, of course there are some steroids, अगर if you do not do it responsibly, your blood pressure goes up, and then you can get blood clots with your blood getting thicker. So ये सब भी होता है, but recreational drugs also contribute to heart attacks in bodybuilders. And if there is a bodybuilder who dies of a heart attack, the media doesn't talk about the recreational drugs. वो सिर्फ steroids पे focus करते हैं. और if you think and read carefully, you will see media सिर्फ ये कहती है कि ये bodybuilder steroids पे था. कौन सा steroids पे था वो नहीं बोलेंगे. Steroids पे था. That's like saying कोई, imagine जो recreational drugs लेते हैं, and you say somebody died of an OD of drugs. कोई भी इंसान with common sense will ask, well, कौन सा drug लिया उसने? OD'd on what? OD'd on marijuana? Probably not. OD'd on cocaine, OD'd on LED, heroin, ice. किस पे OD किया? You would ask that. लेकिन steroids को कोई बोलता नहीं है. If somebody dies of a heart attack of steroids, मीडिया में वही लिखते हैं कि this person took steroids and had a heart attack. तो steroids का नाम बहुत maligned है, but a lot of it has to do with recreational drugs. So stay away from recreational drugs. अगर आपका maturity level इतनी कम है कि you need recreational drugs, and then I don't think steroids या कोई भी steroids are not for you basically. मत लो. I've seen so many influencers जो खुद बोलते हैं कि वो कोकेन लेते हैं, बाहर जाते हैं, they party, and then ये drugs लेते हैं, and then they try and sell a vision of fitness. वो fitness नहीं है. Recreational drugs लेना on the weekend, and you mix that with alcohol, or the rest of the week आप steroids लेते हो, that's not fitness. वो that's being an idiot. तो वो सब, you don't have to do that shit. You know, recreational drugs छोड़, इतना high मिलेगा ना steroid से, इतना attention मिलेगा when you're feeling good, when you have muscles, when you're fucking lean, when you've got abs, जो attention मिलेगा लोगों से, लड़कों से, लड़कियों से, सबसे, और कुछ नशे की जरूरत ही नहीं है, believe me. मैं जहाँ पे भी जाता हूँ, मैं हॉलिडेज पे जाता हूँ, लोग रैंडम लोग आके मुझसे पूछते हैं, कैन आई टेक अ फोटो, यू गेट अ हाई फ्रॉम दिस, यू नो, बिकॉज ऑफ द वे यू लुक. तो रेक्रिएशनल ड्रग्स की जरूरत नहीं है. एंड सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है कुछ भी स्टार्ट करने के पहले, इज क्या are you actually ready? You know, जैसे मैंने कहा, when you अगर आप डाइट फॉलो करते हो, लाइफस्टाइल फॉलो करते हो, you train hard, and you take juice responsibly, जो बॉडी पे इफेक्ट होगा, the way you will look and the way your body changes in probably, I'd say probably 4 to 6 months time. Even that's quite a bit. I mean, 4 months I've seen tremendous progress in 4 months, 3 to 4 months on certain juices, cycles rather. कि बंद करना बहुत difficult होता है. It is very difficult. मैं, like I said, I'm 45, going to be 46. जितना energy, strength और जिस तरह से मैं दिखता हूँ, I did not look like this when I was in my 20s. जो veins है यहाँ पे, abs पे, legs पे, calves पे, जितना energy है मेरे पास, जो sex drive है, सब कुछ जो है ना, is even better than when I was in my 20s. Way better. So you have to be prepared to be in the best shape of your life. You will feel fucking amazing. Everybody will look at you and go, holy shit, look at this guy. He looks fantastic. And you will get attention from both sexes and whatever in between genders there are nowadays. Sab kuch milega. It will be like a blast in the face of fucking attention. So you have to realize, ek baar start kiya na, getting off it, बहुत difficult hai, because you will get very used to looking the way you do. So what's the best thing then to do about that? Best thing kya hai? If you know that this is something you're going to do long term, best cheez kya hai? To make sure you do it properly. Make sure your health is correct, is fine. Make sure you're not fucking yourself up. Because if you take anything irresponsibly or kuch health ka kuch problem ho gaya, you're gone. That's it. You're back to being a fat fuck. अगर बहुत ही serious health conditions हो गए तो you won't even be able to train. और फिर क्या करेंगे? Your dick will not work. You'll be a fat shit. You'll have man boobs. सब खत्म. So best to do these things properly. Best to do these things properly. Be prepared before you get onto anything. But just understand, addictive hai. Definitely addictive hai. You will be addicted not to the jo juice lete ho, cycle lete ho. You're not going to be addicted to that. Jo feeling and the way you look, that's what you're going to be addicted to. It is tough. You will absolutely love it. अभी मैं encourage नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I'm just saying कि जो किसी ने भी cycle पे गया and they do it responsibly, they stay on it. They don't get off it. And they do it for a long time. They might reduce the cycles they do. They might go, say, 12 weeks on, 3 months off, 12 weeks on, 3 months off. They could do that. So maybe go on 2 cycles in a year, and then have three months off, so 6 months off it. मैं खुद around, that's what I do. मैं compete करता हूँ तो I start. अभी मैं bulk season में हूँ तो I started now on the 30th of Jan. Today is the 4th of March. I'll continue till, so 30th of Jan, that's February, March, April. End of April, I'll stop. May, I'll go on a bit of a health phase for that 4 weeks. And then June, I'll start again a cutting cycle to go from June, July, August, and I'm competing in September. Then September completely stop, all the way October, November, December, nothing at all. And then maybe next year, January, if I decide to compete again, dekhenge, pata nahi, but maybe January I'll start again. So you generally go 3 months on, 3 months, 3 months on, 3 months off for me. If you're a professional bodybuilder, of course, it's a lot longer. And that's a different matter altogether, but that's your livelihood. So that's a different thing. But if you do it properly, it's something you would not want to give up on. So what you need to do before you even think of starting is get a blood test. Blood test. Oh, it's here. Must do blood test. We need to check your body on where it is, if everything is functioning properly. Now, like I said before, right? If you're living the lifestyle, if you're doing all these things, your diet, training, you're limiting your alcohol, you don't take drugs, and not a fucking fat ass, more than likely your blood test will be good. बहुत कम chance है कि आपका blood test में problem होगा, unless there's something genetic. But it's good to do a blood test because अगर कोई genetic problem है, that will come out. And अगर आप पूछेंगे कि what age can you start this? ये कोई भी age पे start कर सकते हैं. You can start at early 20s. I mean, आप अगर professional bodybuilders को देखेंगे, सीबाम, आनी, कोई भी professional bodybuilder देखेंगे, they would have started in their early 20s. Koi to even may have even started earlier. Sam Sulek, I think, started much earlier. I think, but yeah, early 20s people में start. मैं तो बहुत late start किया, but लोग in their 20s 30s start करते हैं. Regardless, blood test कर लो. Do your fucking blood test. जो blood test करते हैं ना, the most important thing is these ones here. So first thing you must do and check is your total testosterone level. Your main जो juice लेंगे, and I'll go through that in the next video, लेकिन जो आप main आपका base है वो है testosterone. Always starts with testosterone, then goes to everything else. उसके बाद add-ons आते हैं. Your base testosterone, so you must know what your total testosterone is. Why do you need to know that? अगर आपको पता नहीं starting के पहले testosterone कितना है, तो when you do it after, अगर आप test लेते हो और after 6 weeks 8 weeks you don't check your test, आपको पता कैसे होगा कि how much is from an exogenous testosterone increase and how much is just from your natural production. If you're over 30 35, it's even more important to check your testosterone. अगर आप इंडिया में लेते हो तो रहते हो तो you can easily go and get कोई डॉक्टर्स के साथ just ask for a test, testosterone blood test और वो देंगे. If you're in Australia थोड़ा और difficult है. मुझे problem हुआ when I first went on TRT 9 साल पहले. मैं गया था ब्लड टेस्ट के लिए. एक जीपी, यहाँ पे एक जीपी है, वो चूतिया ने मुझे बोला कि यू डोंट नीड टू डू टेस्टोस्टेरोन. मैंने बोला नहीं, आई वांट टू चेक माय टेस्ट लेवल जस्ट टू सी नॉर्मल है, एवरेज है. वो बोला नो नो वी डोंट नीड टू डू दिस, जस्ट चेक योर जिंक लेवल्स, आयरन लेवल्स. तो मैं उसको बोला ओके आई विल चेक जिंक एंड आयरन बट आई आल्सो वांट टू चेक टेस्टोस्टेरोन, प्रॉब्लम क्या है? और वो घरा बोला नहीं नहीं यू डोंट नीड टू डू टेस्ट. और फिर मुझे पता चला कि आई कुड डू इट प्राइवेटली एंड पे मनी रादर देन. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में क्या, इट गोज ऑन मेडिकेयर, मतलब गवर्नमेंट पेज फॉर इट. गवर्नमेंट पेज फॉर इट, उन लोग का खुद का एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन है. और यहाँ पे जो गवर्नमेंट है, जो ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट है, वो सबसे बड़े फैंजी गवर्नमेंट है. इतने चूतिए लोग हैं गवर्नमेंट में, यू कैन नॉट इमेजिन. लाइक इतने, कोई गान में दम ही नहीं है, यू नो, बॉल्स ही नहीं है. फकिंग फैगट गवर्नमेंट है जो. तो तो या तो मैं एक्चुअली प्राइवेटली जाके ब्लड टेस्ट किया बिकॉज ये इतने यूजलेस हैं यहाँ पे. बट टेस्टोस्टेरोन इज important. If you're over 30 35, you know your testosterone starts to drop regardless of how good your lifestyle is. Testosterone will drop and you want to be at it all, so you want to see what level it's at. So when you start adding exogenous testosterone, you can see the increase and track it. So test बहुत important है. Gonadotropins, अगर LH or FSH, leucine hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, if you want to have kids, they're important to know what that is. Then you've got your estradiol, prolactin, of course, to know your estradiol levels. Again, that's important because when you take testosterone at exogenous levels, so it does convert to estrogen, goes up, and that's when you add an AI. So important to take estradiol and check your estradiol and prolactin levels as well. फिर हम लोग के लिए इंडियंस हम लोग के लिए cholesterol बहुत important है. Cholesterol, now you can live a very healthy lifestyle, your cholesterol can still be high because हम लोग का genetics is not the best. That's a fact. Unless you're maybe शायद केरला से लोग हैं, शायद their cholesterol might be good, वो ज़्यादा fish खाते हैं. Generally their food is a bit healthier. Yeah, Kerala, Goa, शायद maybe Bengal, no maybe not. But yeah, I think Kerala, yeah, I reckon South में शायद better होगा. But मेरा cholesterol बहुत high था. It was 8, अभी 7 है, and it's still high. Like मैं इतना healthy खाता हूँ, it's still high, so I have to keep track of that. So again, your LDL, HDL is important. क्या होता है, HDL drops, कोई आप ऐसे steroids लेते हो तो HDL goes down, LDL goes up, so you have to be careful on that. And of course, triglycerides and APOB gives you an indication as to whether you have a chance or risk of a blood clot. वो बहुत important है. फिर liver function test, ALT, AST. If you are training really hard, your ALT and AST will be high, but that is normal just through training because it puts a lot of stress on the liver. So you go to the gym, you exercise, you damage your muscle, you eat the right amounts of protein and carbs, and you improve in strength and your muscles get bigger. That goes through your liver. So AST, ALT will be elevated, which is why you have a deload week once every 8 weeks to try and load that down for a bit. So important to have GGT, gamma GT. That gives you an indication into whether you actually have liver stress or not. अगर liver में problem है, if you've had jaundice, for example, yeah, you do have really low liver scores, you can always get an ultrasound for your liver to see if it is swollen. You can do that. I've done that last year. There was no problem. Same with kidney. Creatinine, EGFR, urea, very important to check. EGFR, if it goes under 60, then you should be a bit concerned and try and improve that. Fasting glucose, HbA1c, that's obvious to understand your insulin levels and your fasting glucose levels. And then your thyroid panel, 3343, so you know how efficient you are at fat burning. तो ये सब important है. And then of course अगर if you're a man over 30, check your blood pressure. तो मेरे पास यहाँ पे है एक blood pressure मेरे device जो मैं almost every day, every second day मैं check करता हूँ just to make sure it's fine. Again, blood pressure goes up. Necessarily, it's not that much of a problem if it goes up because blood pressure does go up with you exercising and training and lifting weights. So it does go up, but you just have to monitor it doesn't go up too much. ऐसे steroids है जो will increase your blood pressure. So again, you need to know what it is before. You need to know during. These sort of things, I think this device cost me $30 on Amazon. I don't know India. I'm sure you get it. India mein milta hoga. It can't be that expensive. But it really can't be that expensive. I don't think in India. But check your blood pressure levels for sure. Okay. So what else? So yeah, in summary, these are the blood tests you need to do. You can take a photo of this and make sure you get these blood tests. Make sure it's in the reference range. In the next episode, I will talk about how you design a very basic cycle to get you started. But again, very clear that I want to be in very firm and I want everybody to understand diet is really important. Lifestyle is important. Make sure you've been training for at least 3 or 4 years before you even think about jumping on these things. Make sure diet is dialed in for at least 3 or 4 years before you jump on all these things or even think about it. Make sure you're limiting alcohol. Daru mat pi. There's nothing good comes out of drinking alcohol. Ek mahine mein ek baar piya, that's fine. It's not something you need to do every week. And recreational drugs, कोई importance नहीं उसमें. Literally कोई importance नहीं है. The high जो मिलेगा when you are in phenomenal shape and you got freaking veins running out everywhere, drug का उसका नशा compare नहीं होगा. All right. Thank you for watching. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, put some comments in, put some questions in. I will respond to whatever questions they are. Look, there are a lot of other fitness influencers out there who talk a lot of stuff. A lot of them tend to be European, American, blah, blah, blah. उन लोग Indians के बारे में ज़्यादा कुछ पता नहीं है. तो ask me. I'll do the research and I'll give you the answers. Everything free of cost. All I ask is subscribe, put some comments, help the algorithm send this video out. And I will see you in about a week's time. And I will put out a video on how to design your very first cycle. Cheers.